Sri Justice Sri Krishna, my mother, my invited guests, family members, students, members of the faculty. Thank you all for coming. Start with one shlok from the Gita. Yad yada charati shrestha tatta deve tarojana sayad pramanam kurute lokas tad anuvartate. जो श्रेष्ठ आदमी करता है उसका आचरण सभी लोग करते हैं. And it was with that inspiration that we thought of putting this book together. Father was always ahead of his time. He taught North Karnataka how to grow cane when sugar cane was not grown there. And today it was one of the largest concentrations of sugar cane in the country. He pioneered the use of ethanol, the production of ethanol from molasses, when molasses was considered a waste product. And he pioneered the use of ethanol as a feedstock for chemicals, which only today in high oil prices, much of the world is now beginning to look at. He was always a believer in the use of material prosperity and through his business, as in sugar, to also spread social prosperity and social awareness which would accompany the material prosperity that would spread. He thought that simple material prosperity would not in itself be a real problem if not accompanied by social progress. His project of spreading or preventing blindness through vitamin A driven food in villages through the help of sugar industry in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, Bihar in the last year of his life also showed his immense desire to do this. But we are not here today to talk about how ahead of his time he was in business, society, or in his work in other education. We're here to talk about what he thought in religion. This campus that you're visiting today was created and established in 1959 by my grandfather. And he put together institutions of the arts, science, commerce, education, polytechnic, vocational, languages, management, engineering, medicine, nursing, physiotherapy. He always thought that this campus should be one in which students learn how to earn a living, but also to live a living, one that creates great citizens. But it was Father who converted that demonstration of action which my grandfather lived into an institutionalized framework that is so lacking in India. I think in most modern Indian educations of higher learning, there is still, even in Mumbai University, no chair or no department of Hindu studies. I think our Buddhist studies only recently established an MA in Buddhist studies through our program here in Mumbai University. He thought it was very important that people do come here and that the study, deep academic study of the Vedas, the Upanishads and various other scriptures. And later on he expanded that to include the study of the Buddhist scripture, the Jain scripture, and he needed many of us to say how we must participate in the spread of this and not spend only our time in pursuing our own material gain. Even at home, if grandfather forced us to learn made us learn some shlokas, it was father who sat there and explained the meaning behind them and what it really meant. He didn't only want to institutionalize teachers here, he also invited a lot of great seers from Chinmayananji, Pandurang Shastri Athavde, from Gopalacharya ji, Mahuli, from Dongre Maharaj, Morari Bapu, Acharya Mahapragyaji, the Triputi Bandhu, His Holiness Dalai Lama, Father Oswaldo Gracious. And he also then reached out to people. He met the Pope John Paul II 4 times, Pope Benedict, and he reached out. He had an unbelievable ability to connect with people, proud of his heritage, but also one to open to ideas across the world. And he connected with all these people, with them, with great respect. And I saw that there was a great respect in it for him. And in Frank Sinatra's words, he did it my way, his way. I really thought we wanted to put this book together, which would be an enduring legacy for the students of this campus to know what one of the great contributors to the growth of this campus did, to his children, grandchildren, and those that follow, to be proud of a grand tradition, because it was his tradition and philosophy to build on something that engages and unites rather than divides, encompassing all in the true respect and the true sense of our heritage and tradition. I welcome you all, and I welcome Justice Sri Krishna for coming and helping us inaugurate this book. Thank you very much.